Hey there, thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. We are so excited to have you with us. My name is Liz Oshwald, and this is Tiffany Ryman, and we're going to be your hosts. We're so excited to serve you. We are really passionate about chatbots, and for very good reason. As network marketing leaders, we've seen huge transformation in our personal businesses as well as in our downlines because of chatbot integration. And we're going to tell you in the next few minutes, the next several minutes actually, why you would want a chatbot for your team, how to create a chatbot onboarding system for your team, and all of the exact steps that we took to launch one for ourselves and for our downlines. And if you stay till the very end, we're also going to give you an invitation, a special invitation for a shortcut that if you would want to work with us, we can give you a faster track to launching your very own onboarding bot. So anything else you would want to add, Tiff, before we get started?
We're just so excited and honored that you would join us here. Can't wait to see you on the inside.
What we want to do is really just kind of share our story, share why we are so passionate about chatbots and network marketing. And we know if you're here, you are more than likely a network marketing leader. You have a team of some size. Maybe you have a small team that's growing. Maybe you have a really large and rapidly expanding team. But wherever you are in your leadership and in your organization, you have had to deal with onboarding, either when you were onboarded yourself, or maybe as a leader, you've been helping onboard new people, you've been helping your team onboard new people. And one thing that we have really found in our journey in network marketing as professionals in this industry is that if the onboarding isn't right, you have this leak in the bottom of your boat, and people will come in, but they will not stay if they're not onboarded correctly. And it's really, really, really important that when someone joins you, they get those quick wins, they feel embraced, they feel empowered, they get the tools and the support they need so that they can run. And we wanted to share with you some of our story and what we experienced as business partners in our own team and the pain points that we went through without an onboarding system. And maybe you guys will be able to relate to some of these things that we experienced. Tiff, do you want to share a little bit of our story and what we went through when we got started?
Yes, I am happy to do that. I'm just doing some of the text side over here on the background. So you guys bear with me as we're jumping around here. So as Liz was saying, we definitely had to find the solution for onboarding. Whenever we stepped into our company, we were in a foundational startup mode. And so we went through about 9 months of a pre-launch. And then we built this massive downline. So whenever we decided that we were going to push go and launch our business forward into the network marketing space, we were onboarding about 1,000 people at one time. How many of you guys know that it is very difficult to serve beyond 5 people simultaneously and do it with absolute excellence and care? It is very hard to do that. It's very hard to be a master at everything all at one time, right? And so what we discovered was you had all of these people that were all coming in. They were all reaching out to us as leaders, and they were wanting all bits of information, how to, share a compensation plan video. Where is this resource at? Do I add them to the Facebook group? It was just utter chaos. And Liz and I knew, even though we had amazing guides, we had link trees, we had all of these areas that were already self-serving, the difficulty was that the brand new recruit that had just joined the team, and we've seen this even for a year after launching into this space, that even if they had a menu, a Facebook group, a link tree, because they did not have somebody helping them, having a curated handheld experience, it made the journey a struggle for them. And so Liz and I were like, how in the world can we take something that is clearly a global issue and definitely a team leader that's a rising team leader and a very established team leader? How can we help be able to simplify this process of on-demand touch required for the new recruit, and also to give your downline tremendous success? You guys, you have people that are 5 levels deep. They're 15 levels deep, depending on how big and how wide and deep your organization is. And it's impossible to serve all of these people well.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them have different love languages. Each one of them have different paces in the way that they run. And so how can you accommodate them to serve all of these people and their personality types at the same exact time? And there's no information, there's no goodness that's falling through the cracks, and somebody's feeling left behind, or even worse, left out. Oh, they start running into FOMO. This team over here is doing this. This team has that. I don't have access to my upline. This is a way that you can solve all of those problems by having an onboarding system that not only checks the basics of the box, like all the boxes. We see this happen all of the time. We hear it all of the time in masterminds. It is a reinventing of the wheel. And we do this all the time as leaders. It's just how we are wired whenever we want our people to win. But it seems like there's this beginning checkoff list. It's very standard. Checkoff list, checkoff list, checkoff list. Well, how do you automate it so people actually move through the checkoff list? They move through your personal funnel as a team leader to get them onboarded. We have a solution for that. And I think that the most exciting thing, Liz, is I recall whenever we were having a meeting with our coach that helped us be able to bring this dream, this thing that we had on a smaller scale, this thing that we had like in script form, probably 121 pages on a Google Doc of how we wanted to format this amazing automation system and bring it to life. And he was like, this has never been done before. Do you guys understand that we are going to literally create a system that solves the problem universally, globally in the network marketing space that even our corporate companies have not been able to break through? That is what we want to talk about with you guys today. So if you have questions, if you have, a desire to really lean in and get a greater understanding for something that we're talking about here, it is okay to ask those questions, because this has literally not been done before. Mm-hmm. This has never been created before. So we expect for you to have the questions. Okay. Ask them. Get the clarity that you need to understand how something like this can serve you. All right, Liz, I'm going to pop it back over to you.
Okay. So good. So one of the things that we really experienced pain in that Tiffany, you just touched on, was as we started to climb ranks, as our paycheck started to grow, as we started to really experience the dream of what network marketing, it's what we all sign up for. We want the residual income. We want the time freedom. We want to be able to, make the dream paychecks, but also have time with our family, time with our kids. If you guys haven't experienced this yet, I will tell you right now, you don't want to. There's nothing worse than you as a leader starting to experience the dream and your team isn't winning with you. And you feel, if you're like us, this incredible obligation, this incredible responsibility to help those who have said yes to you to find success. You have this incredible heart tug to make sure that you are doing everything you can as a leader to equip the people that have said, yes, I want to build with you. Now, some people join and then they don't take action, and that's not our fault. Some people have every intention and life gets in the way and they just don't take action. But I'm talking about for the ones who want to take action and who are ready to run, but they don't know what to do and they don't know how to start. And there's not a path for them to run on. we are so passionate about this chatbot onboarding system that we're creating, that we have created, because it creates the path for every single person to run on. And what I've said before is that it literally is the gift of, you can sleep at night in peace because you know that you've done your part. And now it's up to the person who joined you, or who joined the person 1, 5, 10, 15 levels under you, whether they want to take action and whether they want to engage in this system. But when you don't have a system, when you're relying on hope and a prayer, like, I hope these people can figure it out. I hope they find their way to the guides in our Facebook group, or to the Google Doc, or to the link tree. I hope they figure it out. It's all there, but will they actually get in the trenches and discover it and then guide themselves? Well, people that are just starting out in network marketing have the skill set and the mindset to push through the learning curve that we're all faced with when we first get started, because we all start at zero. We all come in without knowledge of most of what we have to learn. We have to learn about the compensation plan. We have to learn about how to log into our back office. How do we find our website link so that we can share it with people so they can actually purchase something from us? We have to learn about how to talk to people, how to start conversations. What do I say? What do I post? All of these things are pretty, there's a number of things, a number of actions that are very standard in any company throughout our industry. There's things that we all have to do to get started. Now, what we created the first time we came with an offer, with something to present, we created a very robust training system that was basically the chatbot that we created for our team, that is not just onboarding, it's a fully robust training system that is the way we train our team in all things business. What we found was that there are a lot of teams and other companies who have their training down, but the onboarding part is where they are feeling really stuck. They might have the assets, and you might have the assets. You might have videos that you share. You use the Boards app and you already have scripts and graphics and everything downloaded, but you need a way to deliver it that people are going to actually use it. Maybe you have an idea of how you want to do the training and how you want to launch your people, but they're not going through what you've created. And so the chatbot onboarding system is really what can drive success and long-term engagement and loyalty. We know this statistically. If someone doesn't launch their business and get some kind of a quick win within their first 48 hours, they're more than likely never going to engage in their business. And more than half of people who join network marketing quit within their first year. And Tiffany and I, we've decided that we're just really not okay with those statistics. We're not okay with when people sign up for this business, there's a dream attached, right? We all say yes because there's a dream. And we really believe that onboarding well, in a way that's engaging, in a way that's fun, in a way that is exciting and kind of feels like a game, kind of feels like you're really not just learning, but you're engaging in a fun process. We really believe that that is a secret to turning around some of those statistics, and that more people who say yes to network marketing will actually win in network marketing because of what we've created. And so you may have heard this before. If you don't get someone started in the first 48 hours, you may have lost them for good. But here's the thing, and this is what Tiffany, you spoke to a little bit too. It's really hard to be the leader, to be the person who's in charge of onboarding, to want to hold everyone's hand and help them win and engage and be in the group chats and be in the individual chats and hop on a phone call, hop on a Zoom, and not burn out. And the more your team grows, the more painful that will be. If I say yes to my team, I'm saying no to one of my kids. If I say yes to my team, I'm saying no to my husband. I'm saying no to my friend that stopped by for a cup of coffee. I'm on my phone all the time. And so either you've already experienced that and you know exactly what I'm talking about, and we're going to save you from that pain, Or maybe you're at the beginning of your journey and your team hasn't exploded, and what we're going to share is going to help prevent you from ever getting to that place, because you don't want to be in a position where you feel like you have to choose between the growth and success of your team, who you deeply love, and your family, who you really deeply love, and you're committed to both. So, what's next, Tiff? How can we help our teams win without burning out? Should we share some statistics of what we've seen with our team's chatbot, whose name is Alice, by the way? Or do you want to share anything else before we start?
No, I think that you really said that so beautifully. I think that all of us deeply, when we said yes to this, many of us didn't know that this could potentially lead to life-changing career level and beyond income. Mm-hmm. So not only are we looking to create legacy income, but we want to have the quality time. And I don't know about you, but I want quantity time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's going to help us as leaders deliver on the network? I don't know why I keep saying networking. The network marketing promise of time freedom. Somebody tell me that, because that's what we claim in this industry. And it's possible, and there are ways, but what we are seeing is it requires innovation. It requires paying the price to do something different. And that is clearly why we are so passionate about this. And we will not let this go. We will not sleep until everybody knows, because this is the way. This is the way. Simply take your process, take the basics of onboarding, make it actionable, make it engaging, make it a journey. You guys know, whenever you are logged into your back office and you see them little widgets and you're trying to go for an incentive trip, or you're trying to hit that fast start bonus, or you're trying to hit that next rank, and your company is trying to drive you with your activities by giving you little fuel lines. Well, we've got this incredibly intelligent, curated experience for your person to be able to take baby steps, so they're not freaking out that they've got information overwhelmed. They've just started another job in their other busy life, and they're going to feel smothered by too many groups. That's the first thing that we hear. Oh, there's too many groups. I don't think that I made a good decision. Not cut out for this. Nope.
Put me in all those chats.
Don't put me in all those chats. Nope. You guys, we've taken the hard thing of network marketing, the better way, and we're literally putting it in a system that will hold your hand and lead you down the journey. And then you get the analytics. You get to see behind the back door through your chatbot system who's engaging, who are your runners, who are the ones that are doing the work. Do you know what that does? That puts you in a position for coaching. Now you are in a position of relationship. Whenever somebody comes to you and they say, oh man, my business isn't working, my business isn't growing, I'm not seeing the results. Okay, well, show me where you are in your process with your onboarding bot, which is custom to you, by the way, which is also super fun. You get to give your bot a name. Ours is Alice. And they get to show you where they are. So for instance, my friend, she's like, I'm really struggling, haven't been able to build my business. That's okay, friend. I am here to help you. Send me the last thing that you did in Alice. She ain't even hit the button to opt in yet. She's not done anything. So then guess what? We get to deal with mindset. Instead of actions, we're dealing with mindset. Friend, how can I help you get unstuck? What's going on in your mind? It gives you insight, not only to the back end, but it gives you insight to somebody's mindset, to their soul. What makes them tick? Okay.
So good. So
Liz,
good.
you wanna we can show them some stats.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so let me share my screen.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and you can drop them in the chat too on this live, and we're happy to circle back to them.
Also, if you have friends and team members in here who you think are going to want to hear and learn about chatbots and onboarding, go ahead and tag them in this, whether you're on the live or the replay. We really do. When Tiffany says we're not going to sleep until everybody knows that this is a possibility, she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So this is what we found, and this is why our team loves Alice. Alice is the blend between hospitality and automation. Alice makes our girls and our guys feel like they're getting a one-on-one experience, and they are, because she's magical. She calls them by name. She recognizes them. She celebrates them every time they check off a box or they click through a button. She's saying, "Good job, Elizabeth. I'm so proud of you." The confetti, the hearts. It feels like someone is having their hand held, which is what we want for all of our new people who need that extra love and support. But guess what we're doing while Alice is onboarding and supporting our person and they're feeling super loved and happy? We're not. We're not doing it because Alice is doing it. And so if you're curious what someone who's been through a user experience with a chatbot onboarding system thinks and how they feel, 94% of our team said that the onboarding, the launch process, the quality of resources was positive and valuable. The systems and tools that were provided within the chatbot. So some of the things that you already have created, like we said, can be placed within the chatbot, and we will teach you exactly how to do that, how to create and curate your own chatbot. So in our team, we use the ATM method. Some of you are familiar with that. We included trackers. We included web resources, Trello banks. 95% said they loved all of those resources and tools. The learning and taking action, 97% said that the completing clear daily tasks helped them take action, that they felt that the delivery of the daily training helped them grow their business, 97%. 97% also said that they felt that the onboarding, the chatbot onboarding gave clear objectives. They loved the content planning and organization that was provided. How many of you have ever had someone on your team say, "I don't know what to post on social. I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to launch. I don't know what to say to get started"? Our chatbot system will deliver the content and frameworks and templates so that your person can get into action and get unstuck right away. So 97% of our team loved that. How many requested continual automation at the end of the chatbot and said, "We don't ever want this to end"? At the end of our onboarding system, our team the resounding theme was, "Alice is my new best friend. I never want to leave her." 96% said they wanted to continue. Here's some more of what our team said about working with Alice. "I have loved Alice. She is a huge help. I love how she helps with what to post because that's a struggle of mine. I seriously love Alice Bot. She has helped fill in the gaps of things I didn't know how to do, like close a sale. Alice definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone and stretched me in a good way. I love Alice. I love the community. I'm so thankful for all the resources and the content and the girls." Success stories. This is Alice, by the way. And one thing that we love to do is teach you not just how to create the chatbot system with the templates and all of the training, but how to make your bot super cute, super fun, and really help brand your team with this system that isn't offered anywhere else in the industry that we know of, other than here with us. Fear of talking to others about the products. So Alice helped them overcome that. I love the step-by-step training and doing the activities works. The provided content was awesome for me to tweak to fit my personality. It's so wonderful. My success in August exceeded my goals. It gave me courage to post on social media. I love how it was one thing at a time. Clear content provided helps so much. I love Alice. She helped me have so much confidence, and I feel like I just took a college course on marketing. She made it easy for me to just go for it. I've completely removed myself from my comfort zone, and it feels so good. I loved her positive attitude, her content, and her clear directions. I loved the daily actions and pushing past the fears. How many of you had to overcome fear when you got started in network marketing? I know I did. I wish I would have had Alice from day one. She helped me feel less overwhelmed. She was a guide. Oh my gosh, Alice was so helpful. I felt like my hand was held through the first couple of months through something I knew nothing about. So one of the other great things about Alice is you can continue to go through the training days even after you've gone through them once. If you want a refresher, if you want a deep dive, if something feels fuzzy and you just need to revisit it, you can go through the chatbot as many times as you want. So yeah, the feedback overall is my confidence has grown. I'm bolder than ever before. I love the examples of content. Super positive experience, as you can see. So we want you to imagine a world where your team is onboarded properly and you have a chatbot, a personal chatbot for you and for your downline who is doing all the work. Imagine how that would feel. Tiff, is there anything else you would want to pop in and say at this point?
Not about that one. I'm just like so happy listening.
Yeah, it's super fun. So if you are like us and you're thinking, okay, I definitely need a chatbot onboarding system. I want to have the tools, the resources hand fed to my people. I want to see them be able to run without hindrance and without, it affecting the time freedom that I signed up for. As far as we can tell, you have two options for getting started with a chatbot. And this, again, was intended to be a masterclass. So we are going to teach you how you can do it yourself. On this next screen, we have a checklist that we created that you can screenshot and save. And if you want to do this on your own and figure it out, which is, well, we did that with the help of a coach, and invested greatly to learn the skills and have the support of the tech while we were creating Alice for the first time. And I will be very honest, let's be very honest about the amount of work that does go into creating a chatbot. You can do it yourself. You can figure it out. People do it. I would have never wanted to try to do it without our coach, who is an expert. He's known as the bot ninja in the ClickFunnels community. He truly is an expert in MiniChat, which is the platform on which we build our chatbots. You can see here in this screenshot, just this is the back end of one day of a chatbot. And Tiffany, you counted the boxes in the number of text blocks in the chatbot and how many, I don't remember the number.
Yeah. For the number that was simply just like on day one alone was 71, and that doesn't include any of the buttons or the flows. That's just literally each text box. Yeah. That's just for day one. So total, we have 204 already pre-created boxes that literally are customizable, editable. We tell you exactly where to do it, where to drop your links, all the things. So it is the most sophisticated and easy plug and go system ever created.
That's awesome. So this is the checklist of what you would need if you wanted to try to do it yourself. This is the process. So you start with creating the bot emoji, which there's a variety of ways you can do that. You can see here on the side, these are some of the different bot personalities that we have created. You will need a Facebook business page for your bot. You'll need to know how to plug in a cover photo, a profile image for your bot to name the page, all those things. Then you'll need a ManyChat Pro account, and you'll need to connect your ManyChat account to your Facebook page so that they talk to each other. And then I imagine if you wanted to try to do it on your own, you would want to watch some of the ManyChat tutorials for how to even just get started with creating your first text box, how to make the text box lead to the next one, how to create a button, how to create the text that's on the button, how to make sure someone doesn't get lost and from one text box to the other, and that they're in the right order, and all those things, how to drag and drop, and how to duplicate, and how to all those things. So that'll probably be hours of YouTube videos or ManyChat. ManyChat does have a very limited user education portion of their platform, but it's limited, and it truly would take a long time to figure out the intricacies of a whole onboarding system. And then you would need to create the onboarding steps for your team. So maybe you have some of this already done. You already know kind of the steps to the onboarding. You would need to gather all of the team assets. So things like a welcome video, a script file, a launch guide. Maybe you're using the Boards app for some of your sharing your assets, like your graphics and your scripts. Some teams we've seen use like a milkshake or a link tree for some of their assets with scripts and testimonials and pictures and all of that. Your comp plan presentation, all those kinds of things. And then once you gather all the assets, then you would want to create a content outline. That's what Tiffany said, that we had like a Google Doc that was like 100 and something pages with our first bot that we created, and decide the order of the steps for everything that you want to present. So if you have a launch guide on what day do you want to give them the launch guide. If you have scripts for inviting to an event, or scripts for how to follow up, or scripts for how to overcome objections, or those kind of things, at what point do you want to actually deliver those assets? And so you would want to create an outline after you kind of start the doc. And then from that doc, you then start to create conversation flows. So we used a thing called a mind map to take all of the content on our Google Doc and put it onto a mind map, so we could literally see visually, the step 1, step 2, step 3, all the way through each day. And then you have to put the content into ManyChat. So again, referencing how to start those text boxes, how to get someone to move from one box to the next with either a button or a next step. And then you would need to connect the days. So let's say you want to create a 3-day onboarding experience just to get someone launched. You would need to know how to connect day 1 to day 2. And so you'd have to do some research for how to do that. And then creating a bot menu in Canva. So this was something we didn't even realize we needed when we first launched our bot, but it's been super valuable. So if you guys do decide to do this on your own, you would definitely want to go into Canva, create a menu with like buttons, so that if someone wants to go back and start over, you can create something called a ref URL as a starting step for a bot flow. And you would want to connect that ref URL to the button on your Canva bot menu, so that anyone could download that PDF, push that button, and then restart within your training bot on their own. And then of course you would need to launch the bot. Once it's all created and connected and everything's done, you would then want to launch it to your team in a super strategic way and get everyone on board and excited. Is there anything I forgot, Tiff? I think that's a pretty those are the steps as thoroughly as we could do it without giving you like the how of every single step. Those are the what of what you would have to do. Does that feel like we covered everything?
Yes,
to you?
pretty much. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And option 2. So you can do it on your own, and we believe in you. You're a network marketing professional, which means you're a total bad booty, and you could figure it out. It would probably take you longer. But what we'd love to offer you today is the second option, which is to let us help you and for you to work with us. And so we want to, if it's okay with you, tell you a little bit about what you would get if you decided to work with us and do an Alice Bot onboarding template. So, are you ready to see it?
Let's do it, babe. Let's show them.
Okay, here's what you'll receive if you decide to work with us. So we have created a 3-day complete onboarding system template. So 3 complete days of onboarding to take your newest person through all of the basics. And Tiffany, do you want to talk for a second about, what we've been working really hard on is differentiating the difference between onboarding and training?
Yes. Yes, onboarding and training. It has been for Elizabeth and I, you guys, the first system that we created was literally a combination of what had been in our hearts and our minds and what had been created on paper and put in all these other platforms, about a total of 5 years combined time span. Okay, so it has collapsed tremendous amounts of time for us. It took us, just in build out phases, working until 4 a.m, it took us 6 months of day and night work, including 16-hour days. That's no joke for a 14-day system. So when Elizabeth and I were like, how can we simplify this even more and just do foundational basics only? Foundation. How to get you plugged into logging in, how to download your apps for your company. What are the most important resources? So what we had to do is we were like, how can we take and create a place where we're looking at the foundations of business building without the overwhelm of all of the ways, all of the how-tos. And that's where training, a heavy amount of training can come in. So what Elizabeth and I did was we took all of the very intense training that we have in those 14 days, and we really scaled them back so that they're in a digestible, receives them in a way that's digestible and very easy to implement, while also equipping what we call the basics of their tool belt, getting started in their first 3 days. And so there is training. You have to know how to start creating a list of people for you to be able to talk to. You have to have some basics on how to invite. You have to have basics on how to follow up with people and how to enroll people. And there's a sophistication, and there's also a sweet, system. There's a great dance in that you have to do. But we don't want to overwhelm people. And so what we created was a place where what your company possibly is sending in emails to try to onboard people, what you as a team leader are also trying to feed them. We're taking all of those areas that all of these assets will be spread out, and you're pointing them to these assets by your words, or you're tagging them in something, or you're sending them a text message of a link. We're taking all those things and pulling them together into one place, and we're equipping them with their resources, and we're curating an experience for them to be able to launch. And then we can redirect them to all of the amazing training that's going to help them grow over their, first 6 months, 1 year in the industry. Because there's a lot. It takes a very long time to learn this industry, but it's doing the same things over and over and over and over again. So that's what we've done with the onboarding system. We've scaled it back, and we have said, let's look at the basics only. And then we can look at the very robust training system that Liz and I have for our team at a later time.
Yes. So good. So good. So we have created a members area with very, when I say step by step, I mean like baby steps, every single thing that you could possibly think of, or that someone might even assume you would know how to do. We broke it down so that if you have zero tech knowledge, if you've never made a Facebook page, if you've never logged into ManyChat, if you've never done anything like that, you will have the step-by-step instructions with both both checklists and videos, screen shares for every step. We even have created the templates with these little post-it notes inside so that as you're doing the customization, you can see not only in your members area that you'll have access to log into, but also on the template itself. Plug this graphic in here, swap this out here so that you are not left to figure it out on your own. Thank you. Charger delivery. And then we also wanted to invite you guys to join us on Voxer for added support, so that if as you're going through, if for any reason you would think, oh my goodness, I'm not sure I'm totally getting this isn't clicking, you could send us a Voxer and we would respond to you and help you in real time. So we feel like that's a super valuable and really exciting opportunity for you guys. And in addition to that, we've thrown in some free bonuses. We created a script vault on a Trello board. Tell them about the script vault, Tiff, while I plug in my computer.
Yeah, the script vault is a ton of fun because we're talking about all of the verbiage that could be used at any point in somebody's journey whenever they are building a relationship with somebody, when they're following up, whether that's in the first 24 hours, 4 days. What do you say whenever you feel like you've been ghosted? Or now we actually want to have the scripts for an event process for all the different types of events, whether it is an online event, whether it's in-person event, whether it's a Zoom party, whether it's going Facebook Live. We've got tons of scripts in this bank. We also have ways to handle objections. Not only do we have these bonuses available, the reason that we felt that it was so important, we could have taken this and we could have kept this to ourselves inside of our 14-day onboarding and training system that we have. What we just feel that it's imperative to equip your people so that in combination to the resources that you have, and also what you may want to use from our own, maybe you want to combine them together. This is a gift to you to equip your team so that whenever they're ready to expand their business and go beyond just some of the standard practices of those first, foundational steps that you take, they've got the equipping to be able to launch in any type of area of influence that they want to gain and take through events, and how they're going to talk to people. We're in the relationship business, and communication is a skill set. It takes practice and it takes time. And so we give this as a piece of value to be able to make sure that somebody is knowing exactly what to say, at what time, at what location, whether it's virtual, in person, whatever it is. We wanted to make sure that you guys had access to incorporate that into your journey with your teams.
Yes, so good. We also are going to give you guys a link in bio chatbot template. Sorry, I have a little guest who's just hopped in. So that if someone just lands on your profile and you want to be able to engage with them, you're not just sending them to a link tree and not knowing if they ever engaged with you. You're able to have the link in your bio go right into your chat bot so that you can see who's interested, and that you can deliver whatever you would deliver in a link tree or in a milkshake through your bot so that you have eyes on who's wanting to engage with you and learn more about what you do. And then lastly, Canva templates. So throughout the bot experience, you will see that there are the bot menu I talked about. We have a template. It's done for you. You can change out your bot picture. You can change out the colors and fonts if you'd like. We show you exactly how to plug it in to the ref URL. I'm so sorry. I don't know where her big siblings are. They're supposed to be watching her. Stop. Can we please have one Wi-Fi on? Yes. Go. So all those Canva templates that you would normally have to create from scratch, the graphics, we have templates so that you can just make little edits and download them and they'll be ready to go. This is what our chatbot coach, Nico, said about Alice. I don't know if you guys know the guy on the left, that's Russell Brunson. He's like the king of marketing. And Nico is one of the 2 Comma Club winners multiple times. He truly is an expert in the field. And when we asked him what a build out for a 30-day onboarding bot, such as Alice, would be worth, and we ended up doing 14 days of training, 30 days of content with our first launch of Alice, he said it was worth $25,000. And he is a coach who works with clients who pay him that more to work with him for periods of time. He does custom bot build outs himself. He works with teams and with individuals and companies and provides chatbot automation for some of the best people in entrepreneurship and digital marketing in general. And so his recommendation, his high recommendation, meant the absolute world to us. And he was definitely in the trenches with us as we built Alice and helped us with things like the intelligence of how to make her flow and feel really personal and really human, even though she is actually a bot. And so this is what, just a quick breakdown, we're just going to do what the days of onboarding look like. So the day one, introducing what onboarding is, an overview of that, creating a welcome video, meet your leaders. So we walk you through exactly what is in this onboarding template, what you need to create. You will need to create a welcome video. We show you how to create the video, how to upload it onto YouTube, how to take that link, put it in your bot. We show you how to introduce, the person who's first getting started. They're really thinking about one thing: how do they recover their investment if they just purchased a launch pack, and how do they get their quick wins? And so there's usually some kind of a fast start bonus that every company provides that you want to talk about at the very beginning. So you want to connect them to the team pages or the Facebook groups. If they haven't purchased their starter kit yet, the bot will remind them, and you can even plug in the different launch kit options with not just graphics, but links for them to go and purchase if they haven't done so yet. The pocket tools, the things that you want them to be able to access really instantly, pretty much. So like their company app, how to log into their back office. We help them make their first engagement post and even how to adjust their privacy settings on Facebook so that they get more eyes on their content. So those are the things that happen in day one. Day two, we start talking about the business building foundations that Tiffany talked about. So how to make a list, how to invite to an event, how to follow up, how to actually enroll someone. We help them create their first list of people that they want to reach out to and talk to with a memory jogger and a frank list. We provide those things. If you have your own, then we show you how to swap out what we've put in as placeholders and use your own things. How to choose a CRM, how to track conversations so that people aren't falling through the gap. So all of the network marketing basics are the things that we cover. How to launch. So whatever you do currently to launch a team member, we would show you how to plug in your system into the onboarding bot. We talk about how to have a launch event and give several options for different kinds of launch events, whether someone wants to do something online or in person, and then how to invite to those events, how to follow up and get people to actually attend the event. And then we talk about a little bit more in depth on this third day about the compensation plan so that there's really a better understanding of how they can get paid and things like that. And then it's Tiffany, take over. I have another little one interrupting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the thing that I want to also be sure that I want to make clear, one of the things that we see, whether it's through our own personal shopping, whenever we're on a website and there's like maybe a little chat, bot that pops up for you, a lot of times they've got some like little bubbles that you can pre-select some getting service or helped with. This system is not a bot that's featured from a help desk. Usually a help desk cannot engage back. They've just got some FAQ style type of content that has been plugged in. They point you to a flow, and then you're hoping that that answers your question, but they can't actually reply back to you and say, does this answer your question? They're not helping you in your journey long term. So I just want to clarify that this system is not a help desk in the sense that you type in your question and it's going to talk back to you in that way. This is a system that will help somebody go down the journey, starting their business, showing them how to get plugged into the comp plan, make money, and then be able to scale. And then you share this same exact link with every single team member in the entire team and the entire downline. And one of the things that I also want to bring to your attention that we saw happen that we didn't even realize was going to be a thing. When your team members feel this engaged and this equipped in their first 24 to 48 hours, the belief that they have, oh my goodness, I can do this, goes way up. It skyrockets. And then the next thing that you know, they're taking this system and they're turning around and they're blasting that all over their social medias and saying, I just joined this company. I joined my friend so-and-so. Whatever type of way you guys market, whether it's through curiosity, through maybe it's forward facing, however bold that you want to be, right? It is very natural to share the things that we love and care about deeply that are impacting us. And this is one of the results that we saw is that people in our teams and our downlines deep that we didn't even know or have relationship were taking screenshots of our Alice bot and they were posting it and saying, I cannot believe that I have access to this. If you guys, want to join my team, you're going to have all of these things. Like they were promoting the system that we built, spent all this time, money, and investing in. And so that's the return on investment that you get as well. This actually ends up becoming a way to recruit because you're giving value to people. And that it was a very pleasant surprise as well.
That's so good. So, as we mentioned, we have done more extensive bot build outs. And the reason we created this 3-day experience was so that it would be more accessible to more people. We have clients, high-end clients who have paid us tens of thousands of dollars to build custom bots for their onboarding systems, for their unique offers. And we know that for some leaders just getting started, that is not a price point that you are comfortable investing in yet. For those of you who are at that point and you do want a custom done with you longer training build out, then you're welcome to hop on a discovery call with us and we can talk about if you would be a good fit for working with us one-on-one. But we wanted to create something that anybody could say yes to, that anybody could figure out, how do I come up with 997 so that I can give my team the legacy gift of a lifetime so that every single person who joins me, I know has a path to win. I know has a path to get onboarded so that first critical 48 hours and even beyond into the third day, there's zero question in your mind of, have I provided my team with what they need to get started, to launch well, and to know the basics of having success in network marketing. You'll never have to worry about that again. And so that, you guys, is the offer. This is the link. If you're interested in getting started with us today, it is chatbotsecretsformlm.com/get started, not getting started, get started. Chatbotsecretsformlm.com/get started. And that will walk you through the process of joining us. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Is there anything else you want to share, Tiffany, before we? I think that what you just shared a few minutes ago was so valuable, just about how it works. Sometimes, when you're in the trenches with something, we know how it works because we've been doing it. And I think you did a really good job of explaining that this is something that really positions you to be the hero to your team. This isn't something you're investing in just for yourself, although it's going to make a tremendous difference just in your business alone. This is the gift that you get to give that continues to give and give and give to every person who joins you now or ever. And it's a one-time investment that I think it's just a no-brainer. I really do. I think that it would be the most amazing gift you could give to the people who have said yes to you and who will say yes to you.
Yes. And it drives your revenue and it drives their revenue. And so we don't always want to think about, like, for us as team leaders, we think, how can I get air as fast as possible? How can I get freedom as fast as possible? 100%, this is your solution. This is your answer. It is very crystal clear. We know it. This is how you do it. This is the whole passive income while I sleep. Liz and I are digital marketers. So we also understand what it takes to introduce technology to give you the freedom so that not only are you getting the passive residual that your compensation plans for you, but you're compounding that and you're making it more heavily concentrated whenever you add an innovative system with it. Everybody has systems and tools these days. Systems really is honestly the definition of strategy. It's action. We automate it for you. More money, more time, more demand. Now you can go recruit. Now you can go build wider. Now you can go build more wealth. And now you can play with those babies. And now all of those people that are in your downlines can go and do exactly what you are doing and be excited to do it too. I just want to end with this, Liz. I think this is so important. I want you guys to hear this from my husband. My first year in business, 2 years in business, I was trained, tell your family that you won't see them for a year. It's going to just be a year. So I was ignorance on fire. I told my family that it's just going to take me 1 year. That's what they said. My family resented me. My babies were crying all the time. Please don't go to that event. Please don't. Just stay home with us. My husband wouldn't talk to me whenever I'm like, just one more phone call. Just one more time. One more time. Okay. Let me tell you what he has said now, because we learned from the pain. I was like, I have to have a solution or I'm going to have to give up this thing that I love. It's producing financial freedom, but my family's starting to hate me. This is what he has said about this system. And he's not a man that uses a lot of words. So whenever I know that he speaks, I know that he cares about you the way that he cares about our family. And it's important for you to hear this. This is whenever we were going to create this masterclass for you guys. He said, I'm so excited for you guys. Time is never truly wasted, but rather invested. The question is, how are we investing our time? He knows what he was saying right there. This has been life-changing in all caps for our family and giving us back the gift of time together. His wife. As a spouse of a top MLM leader, I know the struggles all too well. So use your imagination on all that. Okay. I'm shouting it from the mountaintops. If you're in MLM, don't miss this opportunity if you value how to invest your time. That's a heart cry from my husband for you. That's how serious we're taking this and how serious we're taking this, Liz and I, on your behalf. That's why this is worth it for us.
We created this so that as soon as you see the value and as soon as you awaken to the possibility of this, you can have this thing up and running and launched within, I mean, it's up to you, within a day. Yep. Everything you need will be in the membership area. You will, you click on the link, you submit your payment, you get access to the members area, you get access to us on Voxer. You'll send us an email, we'll connect, and then we will walk you through launching your bot. We'll walk you through this incredible process, and we're so excited for the privilege to even have your attention today and to share our hearts. This has become a very intimate process for us because we really take this, like Tiffany said, this is so much more than just onboarding. This is giving you your time back, and there's nothing more valuable. We don't want to make all the money. and have our families resent us and have the years just go by. That's not what we're here for. That's not what this is about. And so to be able to be trusted, we really feel like this is something that God gave us the idea and the innovation to create. So we take it very, very seriously that we have the privilege of extending the invitation to you to partner with something that we know came from Him and that we get to birth it. And so know that we are for you. We care deeply about your success. We care deeply about your families, and we're here to serve you. And we're so grateful for your time. So that'll wrap up today. And we hope to hear from you soon.